Well, Nashville voters will not head back to the polls in November for the chance to roll back Mayor Cooper's 34% property tax increase. News Channel 5's Chris Davis has more on the judge's pivotal decision on this and where things go from here, Chris.
Well, Carrie, you may remember that Metro Council has already approved that tax increase, but this public referendum was to put this issue in front of the voters. Now, a judge this afternoon decided that will not happen. If you've been following this fight since the very beginning, you'll remember that Steve Glover, a councilman, has been a vocal opponent of this move. That being said, even though he is hoping that these taxes will eventually not be implemented, he was not shocked by the judge's ruling today.
I understand that it was written incorrectly, and so therefore it is what it is. We'll deal with it. Now what we have to do is get everybody's money back in their pocket because the city has been far too aggressive on the tax increase.
Now, this is obviously welcome news to Mayor John Cooper. He says in part that, quote, today's decision is great news for our city. It reflects the widely held view that this referendum was just not legal enough to be up for a vote, end quote. Judge Ellen Hobbs-Lyle ruled that the referendum was attempting to repeal the already enacted tax increase and would impair the city's obligations with existing contracts. Now, the Beacon Center, who is also strongly opposed to this tax increase, says it's time for the state of Tennessee to pass a law making it a requirement for any tax increase to be approved directly by the voters.
Unlike other states where if they want to raise taxes at the local level, you get to go vote on it. And ultimately, we believe that that's what the rule should be here in Tennessee.
But really, the bottom line is this. That 34% tax increase is pretty much destined to become an action for homeowners here in Davidson County, and here's why. The group behind the proposed referendum can technically appeal this decision, but if that is not granted, really the only other way to stop this from moving forward would be for Metro Council to enact new legislation repealing those taxes, but they just voted for it. So even those really vocal opponents like Steve Glover would have a really uphill fight be able to make that happen. Live downtown, Chris Davis, News Channel 5.